All right, here we go. Here are the top 4 most common mistakes that I have seen new coaches make. So don't make these. Number 1, this is so tempting because there's some incredible learning resources at your fingertips, or that are going to be at your fingertips. But I see so many new coaches stay in learning mode and they wait to take action. They wait to dive in until they have it all figured out, until they know all the answers, until they look more professional, whatever it may be. Whatever it is that people tell themselves, because it's, in a sense, it's so much easier. There's no risk involved in learning. There's no risk involved in doing your research. And so it's so comfortable to stay there. I'm just going to try and figure this out before I actually put myself out there. Tell people what I'm doing. Invite them to do it with me. It's the biggest mistake that I see, because just like in any kind of job, the only way you really learn is by doing. This is why in nursing school they have clinicals, and I learned so much more in my clinicals than I did for my exams. This job is the same way. Honestly, it's going to take you about a year of being consistent with putting yourself out there and trying and failing forward, and messing up a few times and inviting people to do what you're doing and trying to explain, and you're not going to do it very good in the beginning. And that's a part of everybody's journey. But the only way to learn and get good and get confident is actually to do the things. Your coach will tell you how. They'll tell you, hey, here's how I invite people to our next challenge group that's coming up. Here's the details. Now go do it, right? You got to do it. You can't spend all of your time on YouTube researching the best way to X, Y, and Z. So important to just dive in from the beginning. Be excited about what you're committing to. Be excited about the results that you might get, and find people who are looking for that excitement to do this with you. Number 1. Number 2, they wait for a transformation of their own to invite people. Now, there's different levels of this business, but in the beginning, before you even do one workout, it is so easy to invite people to do this. It's so easy to invite people to learn about coaching, because you are coming from a place of total innocence, ignorance, in a sense. And so you're not intimidating. You're just telling them hey, I found out about this thing. I'm really looking forward to do this 6-week program, 21-day program, whatever it may be, or I'm really excited to dive in and try this nutrition program. You should totally do it with me. I have no idea what it's about, but here's what this person's results were. Here's why I'm excited about it. Here's why I'm learning about coaching. I think you'd be really incredible about this because fill in the blank. You're really a people person. I know you have a passion for health and fitness. I know you've been looking for extra accountability in your own journey. I'm learning that this could really help us. I know that money's been tight. This could be an incredible side job where you don't have to leave the house. You can stay home with the kids. Don't wait. This kind of goes along with the first one, but don't wait for your transformation in order to feel like you are now credible to invite people to it. When you get your transformation, you're going to attract a whole nother crowd of people, but you're going to miss out on some of the people that you could have reached in the beginning. So that's number 2. Number 3, they take objections and rejections personally. I was reading a book. There's a book called Go for No for network marketers, and it's really powerful. I recommend it for new coaches because that's the hardest part. You're going to get people tell you no. You're probably going to have close people, close friends, family members, maybe even your mom tell you, no, you're crazy. I want nothing to do with that. And it can be really easy to get discouraged in the beginning, especially if that happens to be a spouse, which is more common than you might think, which I honestly don't understand, because it's usually husbands not being supportive of their wives. When I'm so blessed and thankful. My husband's only requirements for me when I wanted to do this was, you have to go all in and you can't quit, because that's just who we are. And here I am, because it can get hard sometimes. But, and as a husband, your wife's wanting to make extra money and get in shape. She could be super hot for you. So I don't get that logic. I digress. Going back to taking objections personally, please know that it has nothing to do with you. It has something to do with them. their own insecurities, and they're going to come around. If you stay consistent, I promise you, all the people that are telling you no right now are going to come around. So don't take it as a no, you're a horrible person, I can't believe you're doing this. Take it as a they truly don't understand what they're doing, because most people who tell you no don't understand. They don't get it. And so that's part of what I take on as my responsibility as a coach in this business, is to educate people and to show them why it's different. That's what I do on my social media. That's what I do just by my example. And it's really been very beneficial for me in my business over the course of consistently doing that for 4 years. So again, this is not a quick buck business. I mean, it can be, but this is really set up for you to be consistent over the long term, to be more and more exponentially more successful as time goes on. Okay, and then the last one and the biggest mistake is they think too much. Like, and this isn't just new coaches, this is all coaches. You can't get stuck in your head. And this is honestly, and I've said this numerous times in different ways, this is a business of failing forward. Business ownership is a business of failing forward. You just have the benefit of having the game plan already created for you. So don't think too much. Do what you're told works. Take action, be committed to a program. Just start posting things on social media, and with the intention of inspiring other people, being the light in the darkness on social media. That's definitely why I'm there. And I know that this has changed and saved several people's lives. I can't tell you how many suicide testimonials I've heard from this company of people who were going to take their own life because they felt they didn't have anything, anyone, any hope, and they saw this random late night live video from this one coach sharing their story, or they got an invite from a total stranger to be a part of a group in a community, and it was because of that that they didn't take their life, and now they're coaching with like the happiest life that they didn't even think it was possible. That is the business that we're in. And there's a lot of stuff that we have to process through our own insecurities along the way. But when it comes to saving and changing other people's lives, I don't know about you, but to me, it's so worth it. I will conquer so many of my own insecurities and fears if I know that it's going to have a generational impact in the people's lives who are watching, even if it's just one person that says, I'm not going to give up on my life because I saw that you're doing this, that you could be there for me, that you overcame this, and that I could probably get through it too. Because of you, I'm going to keep going. Totally worth it. I will speak in front of a majillion people. I have done so many live videos over the course of 4 years, which is why I love them now. Hated them in the beginning. I was sitting in my living room with sweaty armpits. Like, I still remember my first live video, and it was horrible. But I kept doing them because I knew the reason why I was showing up was so much bigger than my own fears. So honestly, there's only four biggest mistakes I see people make. And it usually has to do with inaction, staying in your head, and not doing anything. This is a business of people. More people you talk to, more excited you get, more successful you'll be.